Boker Tov, Shavua Tov. Another famous pasuk today from Mishlei Perek Chavbet, Pasuk Tet. Tov Ayin Hu Yevorach. Someone that has a good eye, he will be blessed. Ki natan milachmo ladal, because he gave from his bread to the poor. So first off, the Gaon of Vilna says that Yaakov Avinu was Tov Ayin. He explains the numerical value of the word Ayin is 130. Yaakov Avinu lived 147 years, but the Torah tells us the last 17 years was in Mitzrayim, Beshalva. The 130 years of the bulk of Yaakov Avinu's life, 130 is Ayin, Tov Ayin. Any more explanation to that he doesn't offer. But he brings the Gemara in Masechet Brachot Avchaf that says as follows. Hashem says, look how great my nation is. That the Torah says, Ve'achalta ve'savata uberachta. That we eat, we get full, and then we bless. And Bnei Yisrael medaktekim al atzman ad kazait ve'ad kabetza. Bnei Yisrael, we go even more strict in the Torah. Hashem says only when we get full, then we say Birkat HaMazon. Bnei Yisrael, even when we eat a kazait or a kabetza is a double of a kazait, then even then only we still make Birkat HaMazon. So look how great Bnei Yisrael, how strict they are. They go even stricter than the law. So the Gaon of Vilna asks a question. Number one is, why is it that the Gemara there says first kazait, then kabetza? Kazait is less than a kabetza. Once you say, look how strict they are, they even go kazait. That's it. Why do you have to mention kabetza for? That's question number one. Question number two is, why did the Gemara there choose to pick on this chumrah, this case, that look how strict Bnei Yisrael is? There's other stringencies that we do. For instance, that a woman that's an nidah, even a small amount of blood, then that's already a nidah, even though the halacha could be with a flow, even more. Look how strict Bnei Yisrael is. There's other examples. Why specifically this example? So he says something amazing. He brings the entire calculation as to what's considered a proper amount for seudot. But the essence of what he's saying here is that, because the pasuk here says, Tov Ainu Yevorach Ki Natan Milachmo Ladal. You've given your bread to the poor. What happens is Bnei Israel, we eat, but we have mitzvot in mind. When we eat, what's mitzvot in mind for Birkat HaMazon? Not just Birkat HaMazon, there's zimun of 3, zimun of 10. So what happens is, let's say I only have a certain amount of bread, but let's say I have 10 people. I want to make sure that everyone could be joining in and we could have a zimun of 10. So what will I do? I'll eat even less. I'll eat just a kazait in order to make sure everyone has a kazait so that everyone can do the zimun. And if there's not 10 for whatever reason, okay, I'll eat a little bit more. I'll eat a kabetza to make sure that at least that there's 3. So what's going on over here is that a person, his tov ayin is he's not just about eating for himself. I'm going to give to the others to make sure that we're going to bless Hashem. And that's tov ayin hu yevorach. You're going to be blessed. Why are you going to be blessed? Because you're blessing Hashem. You're giving of yourself to the others. In order to bless Hashem, you're going to get blessed in return. So this is what's going on. That's why specifically this example. That's why specifically kazait and kabetza. Kazait is, at least everyone has to have a kazait, and then we get the 10. Okay, there's not a kazait, at least to have a kabetza. Now I have more to give and less people, so kabetza is at least for a 3 zimun. But this is talking about the concept of giving of yourself to others in order for the kavod of Hashem, and then there will be hu yevorach b'ezrat Hashem. Baruch Adonai Le'olam, Amen. Ve'amir b'Chananya ben HaKasha Amar Tzah HaKadosh Baruch Hu Lezakot et Yisrael Yichach Yirba Lahem Torah Mitzvah Shneimar Adonai Chafetz Man Tzidko Yagdil Torah ve'Yadir.